What's happening, everyone? Time for another malt review. We are doing the GlenAllachie 12-year-old here. This is the newer bottling where Billy Walker has taken over and created tons of buzz, re-racking casks and bringing this dark sherry into the lineup. And so far we have reviewed the 25-year-old, but we haven't done any of the rest. So here we go. Without further ado, here is the 12-year-old GlenAllachie, bottled at 46%. Yes, non-chill filtered, natural color. We love all of that. Naturally, very, very exciting when someone like a Billy Walker takes over a distillery, because we know he has access to some of the best casks. Not to mention, he himself understands what a good product should taste like and be like. And naturally, there was a lot of excitement. I know I was extremely excited when he first took over and jumped all over it, bought every product I could in the lineup. And I'm going to go ahead and nose this and taste this and give you a little bit more of my opinion on what's going on there. This is nice. This is nice sherry. You're getting those classic dried fruits, some sultanas, some creamy chocolate, dates, figs. There is a fresh side to this as well. There's some fresher, lighter fruits kind of shining through, especially with quite a bit of air right now. Really enjoying that note, and that note I really haven't experienced before. So I will say I'm definitely enjoying that, and I will say that this particular dram noses best out of a Glencairn. Not that that should be a surprise. Glencairn's a great glass, but I often find that it's not my ultimate glass. But for this whiskey, it's nosing the best out of a Glencairn. Yeah, there's beautiful sweetness here. There's a minerality to this that I am noticing with the GlenAllachies. I mentioned to another YouTuber when these were first coming out, when I tried the 10-year-old, which was the first one that I tried, it was almost like Highland Park had a child with Glendronach. There's a bready, cakey element to this as well that I'm really enjoying right now. It's almost like a sweet brown bread. Really nice. Really nice, actually, on the palate. On the palate is where this whiskey loses me a little bit. It's still very nice. I do get dried fruits. I do get that bready element. I do get that minerality. A little bit of chocolate. Touch of like light stone fruit as well, actually, if you really want to dig and try to find it. A little bit of those sultanas. The dates. Nice. I prefer the nose over the palate. And here is where I am at with GlenAllachie overall. There is something about it that I don't like using this word because I do enjoy the product, but there's something about it, where it's clear that the whiskey itself has been re-racked into quality sherry casks. We already know that because we know how light the previous batches were, and then Billy Walker comes and puts these whiskeys into very active sherry casks and bottles them natural color, obviously, and much, much darker as soon as he arrives. But it shows in the quality, okay? It shows in the quality, and it tastes a little manufactured. It doesn't taste complete. For example, the way his products did when he was at GlenDronach. So as much as I was hoping to get the Billy Walker GlenDronach, I don't feel like we are there yet. My hope and my excitement is that in years to come, okay, I feel like in maybe 5 years, 6 years, I don't know how long, but I think the whiskey that he's creating, the distillate that he's putting into the casks that he chose, once those age for 10, 12, 15, 18 years and so on, I think those are going to be a completely different experience. This tastes slightly manufactured and slightly off. Does that mean it's bad? Does that mean you shouldn't buy it? No, that's not what I'm saying. For me personally, there are a few other sherry 12-year-olds that I would buy ahead of this. And I actually would really want to do a blind between 5 different 12-year-old sherried scotches and see which one would come out on top. This is nice. This is nice, but I don't feel like it's fully complete. There are others who disagree with me, okay? There are others who absolutely adore this and think that this is the best 12-year-old sherried scotch on the market. So take what I say, with a grain of salt, and look at other people's opinions as well. But it does taste slightly incomplete on the palate. It's almost like it's doing 2 things not perfectly well, okay? And that's just where I am at with it. I'm going to take one more sip. Yeah. I think the nose is pretty good. It's pretty solid, especially out of this Glencairn. Really prefer the nose out of the Glencairn. It really brought out some notes where I was using the ice glass before, where it was almost hiding in that glass. So really glad I did this with the Glencairn. Yeah. Really nice nose. Palate seems a bit lacking in terms of when I see sherried 12-year-old natural color this dark, expecting something a little bit more fuller and richer from the sherry realm. This is what this is. Now, if you're into that slightly metallic mineral note, this definitely delivers that. I think some Highland Parks tend to have that. Does it have some of the sherried qualities that perhaps we got from the GlenDronachs? A little bit, but not quite there. And it's not a GlenDronach. I don't expect it to be. It's GlenAllachie. It needs to be GlenAllachie. I get it. But it shows that it's been re-racked, okay? And I do think that they're headed for greatness. So I can't wait. It's perhaps the distillery I'm the most excited about to see what's going to come out in the future, because I know what Billy Walker can do, and I know the kind of casks he has access to that many don't. Right now, for me, I definitely think the nose is quite a bit better than the palate, but right now, for me, this sits at an 83 out of 100, which is very good, which is very solid. And considering the price, I think the price is around $60, around that range. I think that it's worth picking up a bottle and trying this. It's a solid product. It's very solid. But to me, in order for it to get to that above 85, it needs a little bit more. So that's where I'm at with the GlenAllachie 12. I know many people have tried it, so I'm excited to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And yeah, we'll see you soon for many more. Cheers.